Parris, bro, appreciate you for being here.
Yes,
For
sir.
y'all that don't know, this is Parris Campbell, NFL with the Cowboys right now,
Yeah,
huh?
with the
Yeah,
Cowboys right now.
Cowboys right now.
Yep.
And Ohio State, Buckeye legend. Hey,
Yep.
legend. Hey, don't let me pull the club covers
Hey,
off the club
man. You
now.
know I got a rep
Hey,
always.
legend.
Always.
Legend. I appreciate you,
For
bro.
sure.
Been seeing you for we met like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
And we still ain't played golf
I
yet.
know, right?
We still ain't played golf yet,
I
but
know it.
we on our way. We on
Yeah,
our way.
for sure.
Thank you for being here, bro. It's a pleasure to have you here off the links.
Man, I appreciate you for having me.
Of
For
course,
sure.
of course. So, first question I got for you: Where are you today?
Yeah, so I would say today, obviously, first and foremost, man of God. That's what I stand by. That's what I put my foundation. That is my foundation. That's what I stand on. Father, husband, um, brother, teammate. Going down the list. But man, I'm in a space where I'm just trying to live grateful. Grateful for what the Lord has blessed me with. Grateful for the people that I'm around. The experiences that I've had. Yeah, man, I'm just in a place of gratefulness.
Man, I love that. That's
Yeah,
real, bro. That's
yeah,
real. I mean, gratitude is the attitude.
yeah, for
For
sure,
real.
for
Hey,
sure.
come on. You can
No,
take
for
it. You
sure.
can put that in the toolbox. Put that in the little
For
toolbox.
sure.
Gratitude is the attitude,
Right,
bro.
right.
But let's take it back before the league, before
Yeah,
the family. What Take us back to the beginning.
yeah.
Back in Akron.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
kid
yeah,
from
yeah. Right. Nah, for
Akron.
real. Just a kid from Akron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, growing up, getting into sports around 5, 6 years old. Track was the first sport that I did. It wasn't even football. So track was like my
Ooh.
first love, like for real. Like,
Laser.
yeah, just getting like it was just at a young age, it was just something that was fun. Then as I got older, started competing more and more. That was just like my escape. You know what I mean? Like once I hit the track, like that was my escape. And yeah, so started playing football when I was 7 years old. And then basketball, baseball, all the sports, you know what I mean? But
Oh, so you was you played
I
everything.
played everything. I didn't really like baseball though. Baseball kind of lasted for like 2 years, and it was like, all right, yeah, I'm done. So I just stuck with track, football, and basketball. But yeah, I mean, from a young age, like I had this dream to play professional sports.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was going to be the NBA. I didn't know if it was going to be NFL, Olympics, whatever the case may be. I just had a dream to play a sport professionally. And yeah, man, I think just how I was raised, coming from Akron. You ask anybody from Akron, like we just naturally built and born with a chip on our shoulder, just because we
Yeah.
come from, it's just such a small town, and not a lot of people know about us. Obviously, LeBron is what put us on the map, but not a lot of people know about us. So, we're just kind of naturally born with a chip.
How big was that influence? How big was LeBron's influence when you was
Yeah,
growing up?
bro, it was huge. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was just having this conversation with somebody else. From a young age, I'm talking like 5, 6 years old. Like I remember going to see Bron play high school, but they was playing at the college arenas. They was
Yeah.
playing at Akron U because they would sell out the high school gym. So it was just, you know what I mean? Like LeBron was like, it was literally, the closest thing to having a professional athlete in the city. Because, obviously the Cavs is right there in Cleveland, but that's still 45 minutes away. So having Bron and, just all the guys that he had on his team, Romeo, Shion Kai, and like all those guys, Willie McGee, like Lil Drew, like all them guys, like that was like our professional sports team. And
Right.
but they was in high school, you know what I mean? But it was just so crazy to see, because like I said, they was selling out college arenas. Every game was a top whatever game, and like you wanted to make sure you never missed that moment. But then kind of as I got older, started to make a name for myself in the city. Like Brown always supported, and
Man.
it's just real cool to see because I tell people all the time like he never forgot where he came from, and he always made sure like he stood by whoever came out the city. You know what I mean? Like he made a point to promote us, to tell people about us, to support. So that says says a lot about the person he is too. So
No, 100%. I mean, I know that. Like, I can only imagine having like that.
Nah, yeah,
That guy,
bruh.
like
I'm
he
telling you.
been that guy since high school, and
Literally.
you got to watch him
Yeah,
grow up through high school,
yeah.
skip college,
No, right. Go
straight to the league,
bruh.
and went straight to balling,
Yeah.
but kept giving back.
Yeah,
Kept giving back to the community, man.
yeah. I think just like I said, like everybody's just naturally born with that chip, and it's such a small place where we come from. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody want to stick together. Everybody like family. And so, I think the biggest thing about when you do make it out, if you make it out, it's like I need to make it a point to come back to the city, show face, show other kids that it's possible to do
Right.
this. You know what I mean? Because for the longest time, we had guys like Jerome Lane who played professional basketball as well. Some other guys, football players that played as well. Like Antoine Winfield. But to see it on bronze level was like a whole, you know what I mean? It was just a whole nother door of opportunity and something to pursue. Like, you know what I mean? It was just crazy. So, I even make an effort to go back and, we'll have our third annual camp, this summer.
Yeah.
And, it feels good to see the smiles of little kids from the city, man. And, it's not. I think the biggest thing is too. Is like it's not about us. Like when we want to give back, it's about the youth. It's about the environment, the community. That place got a special place in my heart, and those kids do too. So
man, I mean, you got to do it for the kids.
yeah,
man,
for sure.
I mean, because like every kid don't have that person. Every kid don't have like that father figure, and even if it's not a father figure, the mentor figure that's pouring into them. Showing them like, hey, you can do this. You don't have to go and do that.
Yeah, right.
Because you know where that leads to. That has been leading to the same destination since the beginning of the time.
Yeah.
So now that you can tap into something that you enjoy, something that you have a fire for, whether it's basketball, football, whether it's the grades, you want to go and be an entrepreneur. All 100%. Of those things are opportunities to the kids, and you being able to, ascend to the heights that you've ascended to in sports and business and as a family man, you're able to go back and share those things. So, I respect you, bro. I respect you.
100%.
So at 100%. some point in the journey, out of the kid from Akron, it led you to Ohio State. Hey, tell us about that, bro, because I think it's important for people to really like understand your journey.
Yeah, for sure. Unlike many other high school athletes, I was recruited late. I didn't start getting recruited until the end of my junior year, which is crazy. It's still like I still got a little chip on my shoulder about that. I actually recently just did a podcast with one of my homeboys who's actually from Akron. He lives here. He does a podcast too, and we kind of just talked about my journey. And the biggest thing about my journey was like I always kind of had to wait my turn. Nothing was ever just cut out for me. Like I always had to go the extra mile or put in extra work to get an op, and that just kind of like describes it. But just dating back to high school, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't the guy right away. Freshman year, I came in with another freshman football player, goes by the name of Dante Booker, and me and him were kind of like the two top freshmen of the class. But I remember like early on freshman practice, we was like running sprints or something. And the varsity coach comes down and grabs Dante and talks to the freshman coach. He's like, yeah, we're going to pull Dante up to varsity. And I remember just being there like, dang, like, y'all forget about me. Like, I'm supposed to be over there too, you know what I mean? Right. And but like, that just added to that chip. Like, nothing against Dante. Like, he was a phenomenal player and he deserved that right. But I just feel like I did too. So just going through freshman year, playing freshman football, like I was like, dang, like, I mean, I'm gonna show y'all better than I could tell y'all, but I still just had that chip on my shoulder. And then sophomore year, obviously, I was playing primarily JV, but playing varsity as well. Like I would play Fridays and Saturdays. They just had me play both games. And I played running back in high school, so the running back room was like always stacked. I don't know if you remember the name Duran Grant, but he went to Ohio State, played in the league for I think Duran played like 5 years, I want to say. And he played running back. We had a guy by the name of Mark Murphy who went to Indiana, played in the league for a little bit.
Yeah,
then the team after that, like the guys after that, we had another guy by the name of Savon Fitzgerald, another guy by the name of Matt Matuska. Like it was just always so stacked. Like,
yeah.
So, that was sophomore year. And then junior year, when I finally got the opportunity to be the guy, like I just made sure that, you know what I'm saying? Like people was going to know like what I was capable of, what I could do. And so, yeah, junior year, like really coming onto the scene. I think I rushed for like over 2,000 yards, like 30-something touchdowns. Like that was my op, and I just made the most of it. And then actually how I started getting recruited by Ohio State was Urban Meyer and his staff. They came to our state championship game, but they were actually coming to see Dante. Like I hadn't started getting recruited yet, so nobody even knew about me. Like I had the season that I had, but it wasn't on the radar of anybody.
Right.
And so, they're at the game. And actually, Duran Grant, who I mentioned earlier, he was at the game. He was at Ohio State at the time. And so he pulled me aside like before the game, was like, yo, like, Urban here, like, I need you to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, absolutely. Like, you didn't even have to tell me that. I was going to go crazy regardless.
Yeah.
So, the game kicks off, and like within the first 4 plays of the game, I ended up taking a handoff to the crib, like 60 yards.
God.
And, just going throughout the game, I think we won the state championship, and I think I ended up rushing for like 200, like 3 tugs.
Damn.
And after that game, it was just it was up from there because Ohio State started calling, and and when you're in high school, you get that one big school getting attention, and everybody started rolling. So I remember just going into that summer, and then going back to school. I started having schools come visit me at school, and it was kind of just like, it was crazy, you know what I mean? So I actually committed. I got the offer from Ohio State before my senior season.
Yeah.
They had me on some unofficial visits, like 2 or 3 unofficial visits. And then on my last unofficial visit there, Urban Meyer was me, Urban Meyer and my mom sitting in his office. And he was like, look, we want to offer you a full ride, to come to Ohio State.
Man.
I looked at my mom, she looked back at me, because like Ohio State was always a dream. So like we both was already knew what time we was on, you know what I mean? And Urban Meyer, he goes, it looks like you know where you want to go to school. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, like sign me up. I committed on spot.
That's
and
awesome,
to be able to commit to Ohio State before my senior year, like it kind of just took a weight off on my shoulder, because now I could just go ball. Like I don't got to worry about schools. I don't got like, you know what I mean? That's already made. So, went back into senior year and, did even more than I did junior year. I think I rushed for like 2,200 yards and 30 touchdowns again.
God.
But it was more so one of them things like, all right, I showed y'all I can do it junior year, but like, let me do it even better. Like, cause now, like, you know what I mean? I gotta, I ain't no one hit wonder, so I gotta show it, you know what I'm saying? Show it again. But man, that's kind of the journey to Ohio State.
Now tell us about when you got there.
Yeah.
Because you said you always had to work a little bit extra hard.
Yeah.
So how was that at Ohio State when you got on campus?
It was a culture shock, for real. Because thing that I didn't mention, when I got to campus, I was only 16 years old. I skipped a grade. Yeah, I skipped a grade. I skipped kindergarten. So I went to a Catholic private school, and then same area as a Catholic school as well.
Yeah.
But in those schools, they make you do all those placement tests and stuff like that. So I was in kindergarten, and I kind of shot myself in the foot with this this little story. So we had show and tell in kindergarten, right?
Yeah.
And as bright as I wanted to be, I took a chapter book to show and tell. And so like I got the chapter. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I take the chapter book, right? And my teacher, she's like, well, like, it's show and tell. What are you going to do with that? I'm like, I'm going to read it. What you mean? I'm about to start reading. So I started reading the chapter book. And my teacher's like, you 5, 6 years old reading this chapter book. Like, it was something ain't right. Something ain't right. So they called my mom. And, man, I still remember like it was yesterday. They pulled out all my testing and stuff like that. And it's like, well, he's at a reading level of a second grader. He's at this level of a second grader. So it's like, there's nothing we can really do for him in kindergarten. He's just going to get bored and just, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just not going to be good for him. And they asked my mom if she wanted to move me to first grade. And man, to this day, me and my best friend, like this, like since diapers, basically blood. We talk about it all the time because he's like, man, I remember how salty I was in because we was in the same class, and I remember how salty I was that I had to move up. Like me and him cried together. Like we're like, no, like y'all splitting us up, this and that. So yeah, that's a little story.
Broke up the band,
bro. It broke us up, and so I get to campus. I'm only 16, and I turned 17 right before fall camp.
Wow.
And bro, when I tell you, like, I got to campus and I'm just like, what is this, bro? It's a factory. I'm like, these dudes is 18, 19, 20 years old, all buff and fast. And I'm like, dog, like, this is just, I didn't know what I was stepping into. You know what I mean? Like, just because I had always been the best player, always been the fastest, always been whatever.
Right.
And, you get to a place like Ohio State, it's like, well, everybody's good. So, and everybody's here for a reason. And I just remember just feeling like that small goldfish in the ocean. You know what I mean? Like, It wasn't like I was a big fish in the pond. Like, I was the small fish in the ocean. And, bro, it was really a culture shock. And I remember just my freshman year, I remember calling home like every weekend, like, Mom, like, I don't think I need to be here. I think I need to go to a smaller school.
Dang.
Like, I was like really going through it. And that was really like my first taste of like depression. Like I was really like in a dark place just cause,
man,
like, I mean, everything was hard. Like workout was hard. Getting up for school was hard. Like everything was just hard. And bro, I remember like I used to just be in a dark place. Like I used to like have crazy weird dreams and just about stuff. And I'm just like, man, what is going on? Like I just wanted to go home. And shout out to my mom, because like even since I was a young age, like she always just made sure like that I was never quitting. Like she was like always telling me like I didn't raise no quitter. Like whatever you started, you're gonna finish it. And we like she made that a point in parenting me. And that's just something that's always stuck with me. So yeah.
Shout out to mom.
Man, shout out to my mom. But initially I ended up redshirting my freshman year. Obviously just kind of being, a scout team player on the team. And when I did get an opportunity, I was making sure I was giving the defense fits for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a rough freshman year. Ended up having a AC joint like middle of the year.
That would suck.
Oh my God, bro! Ended up getting so bad I had to have surgery at the end of that year.
No.
So that was the year we actually won a national championship. So right before the Big Ten championship that year, I had surgery. So I didn't get to travel to the Big Ten championship. I had surgery on my shoulder, and then come back. Like when you have surgery in college, they don't care. Like you still in there working out, like doing all this stuff. So I'm in there with a sling on, trying to work out, do all this. But we ended up winning the national championship. So that was like super dope to be a part of and see. And it was obviously cool to be a national championship, being a national champion. And going to my red shirt freshman year, sophomore year, I mean, I worked my tail off that off season, bro. Like, cause first I was a running back, transitioning receiver, so it was already a little shaky there. Like, just the dynamic of playing receiver, bro, having to catch the ball, not getting handoffs, like that was hard for me. Quick story too, funny story. It's one practice my freshman year, right? I was getting reps with the ones,
right?
And I go in or whatever, and Urban Meyer, he's like standing behind me. I get like three reps in a row where they throw the ball to me, but I drop 3 passes in a row, right?
No.
So they subbed me out, and Urban Meyer, he comes up to me, word for word, bar for bar. This is what he said. He whispered in my ear. He's like, "I think you should have went D2." And I was like, wait, what? But like that was just the type of coach he was, right? He was a coach and wanted to see how you was gonna respond, like.
Right.
Like at Ohio State, we're building men. We want to build men of character, men with resiliency. And like that was just his way of coaching. He's like, I'm gonna say just the most off the wall stuff just to see how it affects you. Like either you're gonna crumble or you're gonna step up to the plate and show me like, nah, like I deserve to be here. I'm supposed to be here. And that's what it was for me. Like he said it in my ear and it was just like, nah, it clicked. Like, nah, I'm gonna show you. Like, so put me back in there and bet you'll see something different. You know what I'm saying? So ended up getting back in, making a couple plays, and like. I don't even know if he remembers that because I haven't talked to him about it since, but like that created something in me. Yeah. Like, it was just, like I said, talking about that chip, it just added to that chip, right? And so that redshirt freshman, sophomore offseason, I was just like, I always remember that. I always took that with me. And like, I just worked my tail off.
Man.
Worked my tail off.
So if you were to take away one thing from your experience at Ohio State, as far as like mentality,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think it would be?
I would say, I don't know. I think just like having that gritty nature. Like I just always kind of wanted to be the guy that was known for working hard. Like when I got there at 16 years old, like I mean nobody cared, right? Like
All right.
people was like, oh yeah, he only 16, he a baby, whatever. But like nobody actually cared. Like we all here doing the
work.
same thing. Like it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was baby feeding me. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was none of that. And so I think just having that grit and that determination, like nobody's gonna outwork me. And I carried that there, but then like they even instilled that even more in me. And our strength coach, Coach Mickey Marotti, it was so me and Terry McLaurin, like we were in the same class and we came in together. We kind of had like the same kind of story.
Yeah.
He didn't really he played receiver, but he didn't really have the best hands coming into college, and we kind of both had like the same little thing that we needed to work on. And we kind of both came in with the same mentality, like, I'm just gonna work hard.
Right.
Whatever happens, happens. Like I don't have no expectation. I'm just gonna work my butt off.
Right.
And I remember Mickey Marotti pulling me and Terry to the side, like towards the end of our freshman year, and he told us both, he was like, y'all are gonna change the culture of the receiving room. Because when we got there, the culture of the receiving room was kind of just like, they're always in trouble. Yeah, they're good players, but they're like, there's really no like standard. They don't really have no standard. They're just guys. And he told us we was gonna change the culture, and we did. Like literally, we changed the culture just because like we just grinded, bro. And like I learned being at Ohio State, like nothing is gonna just come to you. Like you gotta go take it. You gotta go get it. You gotta earn it.
Gotcha.
And I just always wanted to show like I was the hardest worker in the room, and like I still carry that with me till today. So like you see me at Billboard, like I'm in there grinding. Like I'm like I want to show you that I'm going to outwork you. You know what I mean? You might be better than me. You might be faster. You might be smarter. You might have better this. But like I'm going to grind.
Yeah.
So and that's what I learned at Ohio State.
Man, shout out to Ohio State
Facts.
for that, bro. I mean, I guess Ohio State takes you to the grand stage, to the place that, when you go into college that you want to go to the league.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's every kid's dream when you playing the ball, when you playing the game.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Tell us about the draft. Tell us about Indy.
Man, Indy was a movie for different reasons. But yeah, so when I came back from my 5th year, that was a little bit of background. That was right when we had my son. Me and my wife now, we were dating, and we found out she was pregnant my junior year. So like that entire junior year, like nobody even knew about it. It was kind of just like a family thing, and we was just like, we expecting. And so, you can imagine like getting to the end of junior year, like having an okay season, like made some plays, but like put in my draft grade, I think it was like a 4th round grade, and I was just like, like I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to show I can do more or whatever.
Right.
And so, deciding to come back from my 5th year, like that was the best decision I ever made because that was the season that did it all for me.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because like I don't know how much of the NFL was like. People ask me all the time like, when did you know the NFL was realistic for you?
Right.
And to be honest, like I don't know. If that makes sense. Like I really don't know because junior year, like I said, like I had an okay season, but then senior year, I was like, dang, like I'm really hooping, like I'm balling, like I'm the guy. But I never like thought that far ahead. Like, that was my dream, but I didn't really like see myself going through that process of training for the combine, going to the combine draft, like all that stuff. I didn't see it.
Right.
Like I just knew that I wanted to do it. But senior year was a movie. Getting the invite to the combine, like that was something that was a movie to me, and that was a dream come true for me because from a young age, I watched guys do the combine. I didn't go to the Senior Bowl, but I got invited to the Senior Bowl, so that was like another thing. Like, hey, I can just add that to the, you know what I'm saying? Add that to the bag. And so yeah, I mean, speak about draft night. So I remember, going to the combine, doing the combine. And just having like a lot of buzz after the combine. And I was like slated to go like middle of the first, late first, early second. And you know how they give you like the little draft projections, talk to your agent or whatever. And so like in my mind, I'm like, man, like I'm going first round. Like there's no way. Like I'm talking to the teams at the combine. They're talking to my receiver coach at Ohio State, Brian Hartline. They're telling him like, like I remember specifically the Chargers receiver coach. He was at the combine. and he talked to Heartline about me. He was like, yeah, man, like we got the 20, I think they had the 26th pick or 25th pick. They're like, yeah, if we get there and Parris is still there, we take it. I'm like, oh yeah, like it's time to deliver. Like I know, like I'm going. It was them, and then I was talking to Washington, and Washington had like the 24th pick or something like that. Like, yeah, like we want to take you at this pick. I'm like, oh, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
And so through that entire process, I had not talked to Indy. Like, not once.
Every time, bro.
Like, not once. And the day before the draft, Indy called my agent and was like, yeah, we want to set up a Zoom call with Parris. And I'm like, dang, like, the day before the draft, what more is there? You know what I'm saying? What else we need to talk about? And so I ended up doing a Zoom call with a guy by the name of Brian Decker. And he was kind of like, I don't really know his full title, but he was like kind of player development personnel type guy. And he was like the guy that did all the dirty work on the players, like researching us, getting to know us, what are our bad things about us, the good things about us, like kind of just getting our background. And he was the guy that, he was a military guy too. So he was like a stern, like super serious dude. And so I'm sitting on Zoom, like he like intense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know if bro, like if he liked me or like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, going through the conversation. So fast forward to day one of the night one of the draft. We did an Airbnb in Columbus, had my whole family there, probably about 60 people deep.
Dang.
Cameras, ESPN, everybody there. And, go through the first round, obviously not hear my name called, man. I just remember being sick. Like, I was salty. Like, I made everybody get out the house. I'm like, man, everybody leave. I'm just going to go to the room. Like, ended up going to the room, bro, and just really getting on my knees and just praying. Because I was, like, in a place where I'm like, if I didn't, I was like first round or bust. Like if I didn't go first round, I thought I wasn't gonna go to the league, right? Like that's just kind of the mentality and mindset that I was in.
Yeah.
And so ended up going to sleep, waking up, and I woke up the next day for day two, and I was like nervous. Day one, I wasn't nervous.
Yeah.
Day one, I was like excited, like let's go, like I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, make my dream come true. But day two, I woke up and I was nervous. Cause I'm like, well, I don't know what's going to happen now. Like I don't know if I'm gonna get picked today, tomorrow, like what it's gonna look like. And I remember the camera crew in action, like, you want us to come back tomorrow? And I was like, I don't even know if I should pull back up. Like, I don't know what it's going to look like. And, so day two come around and, going throughout the draft. And, receivers start coming off the board. I think Debo was the first receiver taken in the second round. And then it was AJ. And then it was again, a guy by the name of JJ Arcega-Whiteside. He went to Philly. And I remember being just livid because me and him were both on our top 30 visit to Philly at the same time. And I remember sitting with the staff in Philly and they telling me like, look, it's between you and him. Like whoever do the best here on the visit, like whoever, you know what I'm saying, the interviews, get on the board, like whoever do the best, we gonna draft that guy.
Yeah.
And so when they drafted him, I'm like, man, there's no way. Like I'm like, I killed my interviews. I killed the board stuff. Like I was like, I'm talking about coverages like I'm a quarterback. Like I remember just being so locked in on that visit. And I was like, well, I mean, shoot, they ain't see nothing. So I'm like, now it's like the teams that I thought I was gonna go to was just kind of dwindling down, right? And so we get to, and my agent, I actually text my agent. I'm like, yo,
what's up?
What's the deal? He like, my agent, because my agent is Joe Siegel, and like he's a lot of guys' agent, but he texted me, he like, yeah, like honestly, I have no idea because everybody that we talked to said that they were gonna take you, this and that. And so we get to pick 59 and Indy's on the clock. And I'm like, there's no way, bro. I'm like, I see Indy on the clock. I'm like, there's absolutely no way, like, whatever. Phone start ringing, 317 number, Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm like, bro, there's no way. So pick up the phone, obviously, Chris Ballard from the GM from the Colts. He's like, hey, what's up? It's Chris Ballard. You ready to become a Colt? And I'm like, absolutely. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, yes, please. Like, in my head, I'm like, dang, why it took so long? Like, whatever. Like, and man, I just remember like getting off the phone and just being filled with emotion, man, just crying. My whole family just there cheering. And, that was just really a dope moment, not only for me, but for my family. And yeah, man, that was draft night.
Man, that's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So my question, what did you think life was about to become after that moment?
To be honest, I didn't see life outside of football. All I know is I had so many aspirations inside of football. I knew I was going to get an opportunity to play with Andrew Luck. I mean, I wanted to be Rookie of the Year. Like, I knew I was going to have that opportunity. I knew I was going to go in there and show, just what I was capable of. I remember going to rookie minicamp, and I'm like, we had drafted Rocky Sin in corner. He was the 34th pick.
Yeah.
And he was like Indy's first draft pick that year. And I remember like being on like social media, seeing like he got to take the jet to go up there and sign, and he was in a suit and looking out. I'm like, man, like, nah. Like, so when we got the rookie minicamp, I'm like, I'm making an effort. I gotta kill him. Like, and Rocky's still my guy to this day. But I think I just had like another chip on my shoulder too, and just for the simple fact, I felt like maybe in many other people's eyes, I didn't fall in the draft, but to me, I fell in the draft.
Right.
And so I had that chip, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, my thought process was I was going to go into Indy. We had T.Y. Hilton, great receiver, great player, just retired. Shout out to my boy T.Y. He took me under his wing. We had T.Y. Hilton. We signed Devin Funches out of free agency. And then, like, after that, like, I knew that's why they drafted me to come be the third receiver.
Right.
And so in my mind, I'm a second-round draft pick. I'm going to get opportunities. They love me here. They want me to be here. They want me to play. They want me to be the guy. So, like, it was really sky's the limit for me. So
right.
I had the high. Like I said, I wanted to be Rookie of the Year. Like, I wanted to go help the team. I wanted to be the guy. So that was my thought process.
Man. I mean, that's the right thought process to have, to go in and shit, dominate, go in and maximize the opportunities. Because, like anybody else knows, that window of opportunity, it's a small window.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
a small window.
For sure.
And I guess that leads us into like the transition with the shift and injury.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest, I call it like an enemy.
Yeah.
But it also is a teacher. And
100%.
In our game, like, tell us about those and how those played an effect in like your journey.
So first and foremost, like, I had never been injured ever.
Wow.
The biggest thing that I dealt with was when I was a kid and I had Osgood slaughter on my knees. Like, that was the only thing, and I had to sit out a year of Pee Wee football. But other than that, I never had an injury. Like, I never had a serious injury. I might have had a sprain here and there, but like nothing crazy. And it was shocking. It was shocking because, I get there and actually, I got injured in camp. And this was after my best camp practice to that point. Like, we started early. We had one-on-ones. I had like 4 or 5 reps in one-on-ones, like against the top corners that we had on the team, like winning reps, like making it look good, get to team. I caught like 3 touchdowns in team this day. Like, I was like, oh yeah, this is
cooking.
This is the step that I needed to take to show me, like, cause you know how it is. Like, everybody need that moment to be like, oh, I know I can play in this league. Like, that was kind of like that moment for me. And man, I caught a touchdown pass, and we was doing red zone. I caught a touchdown pass on a corner route, and I stuck the corner route, and I felt my hamstring like pull. Caught the ball still, and was like, dang, like, so pulled my hamstring, and you know how hammies is. Hammies is sensitive. So I ended up missing the rest of training camp. So I missed the first 2 preseason games. And crazy, but the second preseason game, that's when Andrew Luck retired.
Wow.
And so I'm like, bro,
man,
I got a pull hammy. Andrew Luck, franchise quarterback, gets retired. So I'm just like, dang, everything going bad, right? So ended up working back, getting back, and played in the last preseason game, and going to week 1, I wasn't starting at the time just because, like, I didn't have that time during camp to show, like, I can be a starter. Like, so I wasn't starting, but had packages and stuff and had personnels with me in it. I think get to, like, week 4, 5, something like that, and I ended up having a hernia that I didn't know it was a hernia. I had it at Ohio State the whole time, but never knew it was a hernia.
What?
Until we played a game. We played the Raiders, bro, and, like, I took a hit, like, to it, and then just the next like week and a half, the pain just didn't go away.
Oh my
so I ended up having to get hernia surgery, got it removed. So that was like my first surgery. Then come back, probably like 4 weeks later, we play in Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. I catch a slant. Joe Hayden comes down and tackles me. His helmet hits my hand, breaks my hand.
Oh my God.
So
that's year 1?
This year 1.
Oh
so I had surgery. I had surgery on my hand. And then that was a whole ordeal because I ended up breaking my hand. We was losing other receivers. It got to like week 3. They wanted me to play with a club on my hand. I'm like, bro, I'm not playing with a club on my hand. Like, it's not happening. And like, it was still hurting. Like,
Right.
I'm like, bro, my hand is still hurting, and I'm not playing with a club on my hand. Like, it's over with. But I think that was like looking back on it, I would have just played just because like now, like knowing what I know now is like I kind of think like I made them think that I wasn't like fully invested in the time, which it may have looked that way. And I was young at the time too, so like you learn as you get older. But
exactly.
So come back from the broken hand. 4 weeks later, we playing Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. This is like the second to last game. I break my foot, and I broke my foot in the first quarter, but I ended up playing the rest of the game.
What?
So I played the game on a broke foot. Get to the end of the game, bro. My foot is like looks like a balloon. Can't even walk to the team plane. I had to get carried to the like. It was just a whole ordeal. So I had those 3 injuries my rookie year, and then so the next year was the COVID season.
Yeah.
And I remember just being in the best shape of my life because, we were all training at home. I was doing my own thing. Like, I was just running. I would run so much. Run, lift, run. Like, and I was just in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
So going into, that training camp where everybody, got approved to come back, I was in the best shape of my life. Played Jacksonville week 1 that year. Balled out. Like, I think I want to say, like, I had, like, 7 or 8 catches for, like, 80 yards or something like that. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, turn it back up, like get back active, right? And then week 2, first game at home, played Minnesota Vikings. I got a jet sweep to the right on the sideline. Harrison Smith come down, take my knee out, torn MCL, torn PCL, like done for the year. And bro, just in that moment, like my whole world was just flipped upside down because you know how it is too. Like when you just train your butt off,
yes,
and then the game just taken away from you, and it was just like. Well, like, what I gotta do at this point? Like, what? Like, I'm like, God, what am I doing wrong?
Like,
it was like that injury really like took me back to that dark place, and I was mentally, I was messed up. Spiritually, I was messed up. With my family, I was messed up. I wasn't even talking to my family. Like, I was just in a real bad place, and so end up coming back from that, and like that's a whole other story in itself. That season.
I mean, we gotta sit with that. We gotta sit with that, bro. Like, you can't just tell us that and then be like, we just finna go over here. Like,
for sure.
We gotta, like, bro, because you gotta think about it. Like, think about it. This is something that your exact experience might not be something that everybody go through, but it's something similar that people don't know how to get through.
For sure.
How did you get through that?
I would say that was the time where spiritually, that's when I started walking with the Lord. Just because I was suicidal in that season. And I ain't trying to get like all morbid or dark, but like this is just real life.
It's real.
Like I had made it up in my mind that I was gonna take my life. I had got in my car and I told myself I was just gonna drive 100 whatever just into the nearest wall, bridge, like lane barrier, like whatever. Like I had made it up in my mind. So I'm in the car and like, I hadn't even said anything to like my mom or my family, grandparents. Like I only spoke to my wife. Like I had told her like, I love you. Like this is the decision that I've made in my head. Like this is done deal. Signed, sealed, delivered. Like it's done. And I thank God for my wife because she ended up just, like, she didn't even call me. She just texted me back and she just said, come home. She ain't addressed nothing else. She didn't say like, oh, well, we can work through this. Nah. She just said, come home.
Right.
And like, in that moment, as crazy as it sounds, like those were the 2 words that I needed to hear. Like I didn't need to hear like, oh, well, think about all the people that's counting on you and think about all the people who love. Like I didn't need to hear that. So, God like ordained in that moment and her in my life to just say, come home. And bro, turned around, like I didn't know what was gonna happen, but pulled up to the house and just sat in the driveway. And she came out and we cried, bro, for like an hour, 2 hours. We just sat in the car crying. We had worship music on, we were just crying.
Yeah.
And from that moment, obviously like starting to include my family and tell them kind of what I was going through. And obviously they supported me like no other as well. But it really was just a lot of like soul searching for me. And I knew in that moment that the Lord had his hand over my life, like real talk. Like that's in that moment I knew like I'm his, like, and he got a purpose for me. And I was this close from making a decision that would have, just
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It would
life.
have just everything would have been gone. And so shout out to God for sure.
Shout out to God, man.
But yeah, like just that's when I started getting close to him and spiritually things turned around in my life. And that's also when I realized that like I just put my identity in the wrong thing. Like my identity was too wrapped up in the ball.
Right.
And we kind of we were talking about that before we got on camera, but my identity was just in the wrong thing. And like when you put your identity in something that's worldly, like there's 100% failure rate in that. Like at some point, things on this earth are going to fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whether it's in your control or not. Like, and that's what I came to the realization of. Like my identity is not in this football. This stuff is in Christ. And that's when I started to come to the realization and started doing the work on my own. So. Yeah.
Man.
For sure.
Man,
for sure.
Bro. Shout out to God.
Yeah.
Shout out to your wife. And
Yes.
shout out to you, though, for doing the work, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like we can believe in God. And it says it in the Bible. You can believe, but without work. Mm-hmm. Like what do you have? What do you have?
What you doing? My pastor said he said the word can't work unless we work the word. And I'm like, that's a bar. Like
that is a bar.
If we're not doing the work, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's just there.
Right.
You know, we're not putting no effort into it, it's just there. So yeah.
Man, no, I mean, shoot, we talked a little bit about family, the journey. Well, we didn't talk about family. We still haven't talked about family. We talked a little bit about, growing up at Akron, Ohio State, the league, some of the, challenges that you've experienced in that. But like you mentioned the family a little bit, and I want to dive a little bit about into the family and, how the family has, helped you and helped you garner this perspective and this sense of gratitude.
Yeah. I would say, from growing up, kind of family is like, that's all I had from a young age, right? And, my family has been, just the best, honestly. Like, just from support, from never missing a game, never missing a track meet, never missing anything, making sure I had what I needed, just everybody, literally everybody. And it's always been that way, even now. Like, my little sister always says, she's like, you're like the golden child of the family. But it's just like, they just always, you know what I'm saying? They just always supported me and always loved me for me. And so, and then that's like my family. And then talking about my actual personal family, like immediate family, just with my wife and my kids. My son, he's 7 years old now. But like I said, we had him, before my senior season. And just the motivation that he provided for me in that season, bro. Like that's why I had the season that I had, because of him. Like I'm like, I got just a different motivation. Like like when you get in that mode and you tell yourself like certain things when you working out or when you running extra sprints. I'm like, I'm doing this for him. I'm doing this for my son. And my son, he had a traumatic birth too, so it was just like it just added to the plate. So when he was born, he went so long without oxygen to his brain, and so he ended up having brain damage. So he had blood on his brain, his frontal lobe. He had brain damage, and so when he was born, he was not alive. So they had to resuscitate him, like immediately, like right after he came out.
Wow.
He ended up being in the NICU for like 3.5 weeks, and I just remember them telling us like, yeah, he's going to have cerebral palsy. Like, he's never going to talk, never going to walk on his own. Like, just all these things, right? And you see my son now, like, he's a miracle child. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's absolutely one of the smartest kids that I know, if not the smartest.
And having fun.
Having just a blast. And, like, all the brain damage that was found is completely gone. Like, and so that's just a miracle in itself. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's him. That's my little boy. And then my daughter, Skylar, she's 4 now, and she's just a bundle of attitude, a bundle of joy, a bundle of just. She's a comedian of the family. Like, she know how to make everybody laugh. And then obviously my wife, man, just growing from kids to adults and just kind of seeing all that we've seen together, everything that we've been through together from college to now. Just, all the heartbreak, all the emotion, all the ups, all the downs. And
all of
I mean,
it.
you know how it is, just like when you got your partner and they just with you through thick and thin. Just that's just how all my family's always been. And obviously, her, she knows the most because she's seen it firsthand. And she sees me on a day-to-day basis. But nah, man, just like that's one of my pillars. You know what I mean? Like, they say God, family, football, but like those two pillars of God and family, like that's what I stand on. And yeah, man, shout out to the family.
Shout out to the
Shout out
fam, man. Shout out to the fam,
for sure,
man.
for sure.
So if there's one thing that you want your kids to take from you, what is it?
I think what's important to me is first and foremost, they know that I love them. I think obviously everyone is loved in different ways, and as kids get older, you kind of see like how they like to be loved. They don't even know, but you see it as an adult, right?
Yeah.
So I think first and foremost that my love for them is real. I know sometimes it comes off as I might be getting on especially my son, like getting on my son, but it's just like it's out of place of love.
Oh yeah.
But then like two, is that like I'm gonna make a way. Like obviously he's gonna make a way, and that allows me to be able to make a way, right?
Right.
But I want my kids to learn that determination, that grit, that in this world there's no handouts. You got to be able to go get what you want, and if you got something you're passionate about, if something that's an interest or a goal or a dream of yours, like go chase it. And I think I think we never really know why certain things happen to us in life, but man, I've been through a lot, and just to be able to have those conversations with my kids when they go through what they go through, it may not even be sport related. It might be like you said, like grade related or business related or whatever the case may be. Like you got a pops that done been through some stuff, right? So I can help talk and honestly, man, just that I'm here for him. You know what I mean? That I'm really here for him, and you don't got to worry about going nowhere else. Like y'all are loved here. Y'all are mine. Y'all are. So it's just I mean I can go all day.
Abundance, man.
I can go all day, man. It's just they are the reason. They are the why. Why I get up and do what I do. So
man. So when you look back on your journey now from Akron to Ohio State to Indy to the teams that you've been on and been able to grace with your presence and your knowledge and shoot your game. And then also, of course, the family, like the most important one.
Yeah.
Like what do you think all of that in your journey has shaped you to be?
Honestly, man, just what I kind of learned just over really the past couple of years, man, is that nobody's bigger than a program. I know like coaches say that all the time, like when you're on teams, it's like nobody's bigger than a program, but like actually living that. And kind of when I think about my faith as well, it's like the way God sees it, right? Like nobody's bigger than him, right? And nobody's bigger than a program. So in the sense of like, this ain't about me, this ain't about you, this ain't about him, she, like it's not about us. But it's like the most important thing is like those shared experiences, like sharing life together or helping others, like bringing others along. Like what good am I if I'm not trying to help somebody else? You know what I mean? Like if I'm all by myself, then like what is that doing? Like even like this sit down, like that we having and we sharing experience, like that's what we're meant to do. Because at the end of the day, like the money's not gonna last, the fame is not gonna last, the accolades aren't gonna last. The things that last are people. Like even when we die, like our soul goes, like that lasts, you know what I'm saying? And so what I've kind of just learned and kind of grown into is like the more we pour into people, the more like that's just what it's about. You know what I mean? It's about pouring into people, man. It's about bringing people along and caring for others. And that's one thing that I feel like when I first met you, like that's just something that comes natural to you. I think that you always make a point to to reach out to people to talk and stop and share a moment, whether you got time or you don't got time. Like you make it a point, and I never really even told you that, but I've always kind of seen that from a distance about you, and like I think you embody that. You know what I mean? Because I think and you've been through enough, and like it ain't about me.
It ain't.
It's about these guys that's coming up. It's about my family. It's about just pouring back into people, and so yeah, I think I've been through what I've been through to kind of get to that point. And I think God has me in a place to where, like, first and foremost, he wants me to be obedient to him and to how I'm living my life.
Yes.
But I think that's a big thing too, is just bringing people along, man, whether that's faith, whether that's in football, whatever the case may be, just bringing people along.
I love it, bro. I'm 100. We 100% aligned, bro.
Yeah.
You see, like you said, like that's just what it's about, bro.
Yeah.
Because you never know, like, how you can impact somebody, a story you can share with somebody, like a hug that can just make somebody just feel good. Because you never know. We all it's 8 million, we're 8 billion people in this world or something like that, and everybody's going through something. Everybody's feeling something, and feelings change. And sometimes, and sometimes somebody can come along in your life and change the feelings that you have. And sometimes it's just, if I can, I try. So what do you value now that you didn't value before?
I think one thing that I value now is time. I think early on, not even coming to the league, but in college, coming into the league, it was always just like, well, what's the next thing, or chasing the next thing, or I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to get here. But time is only so precious, you know what I mean? And once time run out, it's over with. So just really just kind of be where my feet are. I'm a big, like, anxiety-filled worrier. So, like, I'm always worrying about the next. I'm always worrying about, well, are my kids going to have this? Or am I white? Like, do we need this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just find myself, and which is not healthy. And I'm working on it. I pray a lot about it. I'm working on it. But just kind of, me and my wife actually had a conversation last night, not kidding you, but just being just grateful in the times that we're in now, and like the small things and the day-to-day things that we go through. And that's, just from waking up and getting the kids ready to go to school and like not catching attitude because your son not brushing his teeth when you want him to brush them, or like just, you know what I'm saying? Just like in the small things, man, just being joyous and spreading that joy around, and just being, like I said, like how I'm in that place of just wanting to be grateful and spreading that gratefulness around and just having that gratitude. I think valuing that time and being where my feet are is something that I'm just in the space of right now.
Seize the moment.
Yeah.
Seize the moment.
Yeah. Because I can't worry about tomorrow, right? Like,
you can't.
Tomorrow, like I said in scripture, tomorrow has its own worries, and I gotta be present.
And tomorrow ain't guaranteed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Man, no, I appreciate you. So what you working on? Like, where can people find you?
Yeah. So obviously people can find me on social media Instagram at Parris Campbell. Instagram is probably the primary thing for me, about where I post a lot of stuff that I'm going through or got going on. Obviously, faith is something that's near and dear to my heart. So me and my wife, we have a podcast called Kicking It with Christ. That's kind of been on delay. I think we got like 6 or 7 episodes out right now on YouTube, so you can find us at, our YouTube page is called Kicking It with the Campbells, and then the podcast is called Kicking It with Christ.
Okay.
But we are about to get back into filming, and we got a lot of content in the vault. It's just a matter of getting in front of the camera, shooting it, and then going from there. But we got a lot of ideas, in the chamber, just in terms of guests, getting people on, having people share their story.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what we've got going on. Obviously, training and staying in shape, getting ready for, OTAs coming up here pretty soon, and just trying to, like, I don't know, I've been rejuvenated in terms of just the football world, and kind of just going in with no expectation, but knowing that I'm gonna give it my all and just gonna grind, bro. Like, exactly. Bro. I'm gonna have a blast.
A blast.
No matter what it looked like no matter, I'm just, So, and then, like, I don't know, kind of just wanting to get into, I mean, obviously we had the podcast, but just, I want to kind of just create a space for really primarily men, but it can extend to women too, but just kind of just a vulnerability, safe space.
Yeah.
Whether that's on social media or whether we doing some type of content or something, like I just want to really like similar to this, like something where it's a safe space. We come and share stories and talk about what we're going through and
Bring me in. I'm with
for
you.
sure.
I'm
But
all
just,
the way in.
that's something that's been on my heart too. And just kind of giving giving guys like a shoulder to lean on, man. Because I know as men we tend to bottle stuff up
Try
and
to
act
be,
hard and
yeah,
you know what I mean,
it's-
go in the gym and just lift a bunch of weights. Like, nah, bro. Like we got feelings too. So
Yeah.
let's tap into that. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got going on. So.
Cool. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all check out Parris Campbell, Kicking It with the Campbells
Yes,
on
sir.
YouTube. Check them out on Instagram. And before we wrap, I got one question.
Okay.
Well, not even one question. So for our viewers
Mm-hmm.
that may be in a season where things aren't going as planned, like what could you share with them to help them navigate that?
Yeah. I would say first and foremost, just trust in the Lord, man. I think when we go through seasons of of disappointment or things not going our way, it's always for a reason. And I also say that seasons don't last, people do.
Mhm.
And so whether that's a bad season, good season, like there's always going to be turnover. There's always going to be changing. You know what I mean? It's always it's ever changing. And I think if you are in a season where it's just you can't get it right, you know what I mean? I would say first and foremost, seek the Lord, seek Him, because His plan is always better than we can imagine. But seek people too, though. Seek people that you can lean on and people that you trust,
Right.
that you can share with, and man, just because like we said, you never know what you can say to somebody that's gonna change their entire way of thinking. And yeah, man, just don't let up. Don't let up.
Don't let up.
And you're gonna learn so much through that season too.
100%.
Just because I think about all the seasons that I went through where things didn't go the way I wanted to go, and looking back and coming out on the other side is like I needed that season.
You needed it.
I needed that season to be where I am right now, sitting where I am, thinking how I think, and trying to live how I want to live. So.
All right, now we got our sim challenge.
Man.
Parris chose closest to the pin. So we here at, where we at? Torrey Pines North. We got 146.
Sheesh.
All right,
You
let's
got a
get
picture
it.
with
And
it.
I got a picture. Maybe I'm a switch.
I mean, you about to smoke the ball.
Nah,
you trying to get over on me.
Yeah,
man.
I was trying to hit the ball a little hard. I was gonna try to hit that one hard. Oh, that's good, baby! Ah!
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy first shot.
Oh, what? I ain't hitting no more. I'm done.
That's a crazy first shot. Oh my God.
Oh man, that's like 10 feet.
I should have went first.
You definitely should have went first.
That's
You should have went first. Now the pressure on.
Yeah, I don't like
I got 2 more shots. Oh, that might be in. Come back. Ah, dang.
It was 14 yards. You can still play, then I'm scared.
That was a good
Big
one.
right.
Bounce right.
Oh my.
Well.
Closer than the first.
I ain't gonna lie, that was my best swings today. Cause when
That was
before
18 feet.
before,
Dang.
because before
I'm about
wasn't
to embarrass myself.
I wasn't even getting on the
About to go over
green.
there.
What you be thinking about before you hit the ball?
Before I hit the ball?
Yeah.
Bro, that's a lot that goes on in my head before I hit the ball. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been thinking about obviously keeping my arm straight, relaxing my right arm, and then really just rotating and just keeping this arm straight. Because I tend to, when I come through, I want to pull it.
Pull back.
And then I'm either topping off the ball or missing the ball.
Yeah.
I really just try to work on this.
Have you ever got a lesson?
Yeah, I've been getting less than. I've been neglecting my instructor because I haven't been going. I know he's probably mad at me too. But really I think the biggest thing though is keeping this arm locked and then just staying down.
Yeah.
Because I tend to raise up a lot.
Raise up. Yeah.
So it's like if I do a practice swing and if I don't hit the turf, then I know I'm not.
You know you coming up.
Raising up something. Topped it off. Golly.
Hey, thin the wing. Get up there.
Golly, I topped it off. See what I'm talking about though?
Ooh.
To the right though. Golly. Look, man, I'm over there. I'm hitting the other tee box, man.
Hey, you on the cart pad.
Golly.
What's your favorite memory from Ohio State?
My favorite memory from Ohio State?
Yeah.
Probably when we played Michigan, my senior year. It was number 2. It was number 2 defense. We had just lost to Purdue in the upset. They upset us at Purdue.
Y'all lost to Purdue?
Don't even get me started. But we went from number 2 in the nation to number 10 in the nation. Playing Michigan, they was number 4 in the nation. And they had the number 1 defense. Ended up having 200 and 2 or 3 2 tugs.
God.
202 tugs.
200?
202 tugs on number 1 defense, man.
200? Oh my goodness.
Trying to distract me.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Last one, best one. Hold on.
Come on, get on the green.
You was 18? Oh, you was 14. Golly.
Get it in the hole.
Oh. Golly. Topped it off. See, man, I'm the second win.
It's all good. It's
I'm
all
the second
good.
win.
It's all good. You still. It's all right. It's all right. I won this sim challenge, but that don't mean you're not gonna get to be gifted something.
Okay,
so
okay.
you know, we gonna get you right. Have my
Appreciate
boys
it,
at Sun Mountain send you
that.
a new bag. And
Appreciate that, man.
Man, I appreciate you for
Yes, sir, bro.
joining us off the link.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Y'all, make sure y'all tune in. Next episode of Off the Links. We running bi-weekly. Probably finna run weekly. Moving it up. I'm your host, Adrian Colbert. Thank y'all for tuning in to Off the Links. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. If it resonates, share it with your friends. And see y'all next time. Off the Links, baby.